Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and welcome to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Matthew James, along with
Chris Schutte.
And we'll be calling today's game for you between your Carroll Chargers and the visiting New Haven Bulldogs. New Haven comes in 11-3. They are definitely on a hot streak. They've won 5 games in a row. They're up to 47th in the state rankings when they started in the 200s. So they're off to a very hot start. Carroll, on the other hand, is 23rd in the state rankings. They're 9-4. They just got a win Tuesday over Norwell, 9-8, in a very entertaining game. Chris, read us the starting lineups.
Starting for the Bulldogs, batting first and playing second is Luke Shoemaker. Batting second and playing center field is Caleb Heckley. Batting third and playing first is Kyle Sovine. Batting cleanup for the Bulldogs is number 18, Scott Ferguson. He'll be catching. Batting fifth, pitching will be Reeves Shoemaker. Batting sixth and playing third, shortstop will be Spencer Place. Batting seventh will be Nick Vation. Number 15, AJ Graham will be batting eighth, and number 9. And Derek Walsh will be batting ninth.
Thank you. Mason Newman set to throw his first pitch, and it is hit high into the air by Shoemaker over towards second baseman Connor Hansen, called off by Kowalski, who makes the catch on the first pitch. So the game's been moved a little bit ahead of schedule there, so we had to condense our pregame show a little bit, and Newman gets a quick out. Good pitch.
I think that's good for the Chargers. They've been struggling a bit with their pitching lately. I was here when they got beat by Huntington North, and you said they gave up 8 runs to Norwell, so.
Yep, Waniger got off to a good start on Tuesday, but then got rattled in the third inning. Newman's first pitch to Heckley is bunted just in front of the catcher Ford, who throws him out in time at first. Ross Coble playing first tonight for Carroll. That's a different alignment. He's normally on the other side of the infield, normally playing third or short. And tonight, Tanner Ginder, a normal Carroll regular who had a very good game, 3 for 3 on Tuesday, is going to get the night off, at least so far, till they sub him in. Now batting is Kyle Sovine, who takes the first pitch up and away for ball 1.
Sovine, I believe, is there's no height, but I remember him from basketball. He's about 6'8".
Yeah, he is tall and lanky. Second pitch from Newman, just up and a little bit away for ball 2. Sovine's one of the 4 key players for New Haven. Newman's pitch is blasted into deep right center field, and that one's going to one-hop off the wall. Tranquil gets it and throws it in, and Sovine's going to get in there with a stand-up double.
That was a really nice swing. Bad from the left side. If a lefty can hit it in the power alley and right center, you know that's going to be trouble.
That's like a taller version of me right there, left-handed and everything.
About 1.5 feet.
Yeah, I'm a little bit vertically challenged, but I could do the rest of that. Now batting cleanup for New Haven is number 18, Scott Ferguson, who's doing the catching tonight. He, along with Sovine, Reeves Schumacher, and Spencer Place, are the 4 key players for New Haven, and they bat 3, 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. First pitch from Newman, a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 1.
I like what I'm seeing out of Newman so far. He's shown pretty good control of himself. I mean, 2 quick outs and first pitch strike. It's a good sign.
There is a runner in scoring position now. Ferguson hits it to Grant Inman, who's playing third defensively, and he's going to keep it in front of him, but it was a tough diving play, and Ferguson's going to get an infield single out of it.
That's a smart play by Newman. He was able to keep it in front of him, but couldn't find it. Smart play, not forcing the throw to third or second, kept the runners where they're at.
Newman is pitching in his 6th game so far this season. He is 1-0 so far with a 2.06 ERA, and up to bat now is the pitcher, number 16, Reeves Schumacher for New Haven. Newman steps off. Schumacher calls time. Newman also has 16 strikeouts but does have 8 walks, so control not great. And opponents are hitting 356 off of him. Newman from the stretch, nice breaking ball right down the middle for strike 1. His breaking ball seemed to be effective so far, hasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, he's thrown it for back-to-back first pitch strikes, and that's always good if you can rely on something other than your fastball for strikes.
You always want to get ahead of the hitter. The second pitch from Newman, and there's a very good fastball. Schumacher could not catch up to it, strike 2.
Looked like he didn't even really put a very good swing on it, just had no drive from his leg, just all arms.
Yeah, he has to step into it a little more. Newman the pitch. That one just outside. That one looked good from here. Fastball on the outside corner, but it is called ball 1. So a 1-2 count now on Schumacher. Newman working quickly here, already set into the windup. The pitch is hit again to Inman, who is going to step on third for the force out and the final out of the top of the first inning. Still no score. Newman works a fairly clean inning. Does give up 2 hits, but he got out of it, and his breaking ball looked good. We will be right back with the bottom of the first here on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN. We're just about set for the bottom of the first inning as Reeve Schumacher taking his warm-up tosses, and now the Carroll lineup.
Leading off for your Chargers and playing center is Drew Tranquil. Batting second tonight will be Connor Hansen. He's playing second. In left field and batting third as usual, number 8, Grant Wilson. And batting in his usual cleanup spot is number 17, Peyton Lonecker. He will be playing short. Behind the plate and batting fifth is number 20, Elliott Ford. And batting sixth and playing first tonight is Ross Coble. Interesting defensive change there. And DHing for the third baseman Inman is number 19, Cody Chase. He'll be batting seventh. Mason Newman will be batting eighth, and he's doing the pitching duties. And batting ninth, rounding out the line for the Chargers, is number 12, Matt Kowalski.
Thank you, Chris. And as we said in the break there, Inman made a smart defensive play there, recognizing he could get the force out at third, not throwing across the diamond to try to get a force out at first. He made a much smarter play.
It's tough to see out of a freshman. You said he only played in one game before this, so.
Yep, and he did not have a ground ball hit to him in that game, and he's gotten 2 already in the first inning. There's a little infield conference on the mound with New Haven. Drew Tranquil about set, and Tranquil has hit .278 so far in the season, but has a very high .490 on-base percentage with a team-leading 13 walks. But he has struck out 11 times, very high for a leadoff hitter, and it is the most on the team.
I like what you said about the walks. He's got over double what anyone else has. That's always good out of a leadoff hitter.
Yep, you definitely want your leadoff hitter to get on base. Tranquil also has a home run and 8 RBIs so far in the season. He's been pretty productive out of that leadoff spot where you're normally not going to get a lot of RBIs. Schumacher into the windup. The first pitch is a foul ball, strike 1. That was interesting. It didn't look like Tranquil was trying to swing, but it hit the end of his bat anyway and went behind the plate.
Yeah, I think he was trying to sell that it hit him. But must have caught the...
Well, if it hits you, it's not going to bounce off you that with all that speed. It's a pretty hard thing to sell right there. Schumacher looking in, gets into his windup. The pitch is a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count on Tranquil. Like we said, the strikeouts is very high for your leadoff hitter. Nobody else on the team has more than 7. As Schumacher's third pitch is swung on and missed by Tranquil for out number 1. A strikeout, and that is number 12 on the season for Tranquil already. Tranquil he's a pretty good hitter, but doesn't have a great average, but he's been pretty productive. We'll see if he can shake that off in his next at-bat. Batting second tonight for Carroll is Connor Hansen, playing second base. That is his normal position, but he normally bats at the bottom of the lineup. Schumacher's first pitch is fouled back to the backstop by Hansen, strike 1.
This Schumacher guy's shown like he can pitch. He's got pretty good velocity. He showed to Tranquil that he's got a pretty solid breaking ball to go with it.
He does throw a little bit of a mix between a curveball and a slider. I say it's more of a slider, but it's effective. As Schumacher's second pitch looked like he tried to start the curveball in, and he did, and it just missed the inside corner for ball 1. Hansen in his 8th game is hitting .250 so far with a .438 on base percentage due to 4 walks. Schumacher's next pitch is a little check swing by Hansen that he fouls off for strike 2. 1-2 count. Hansen has no home runs or RBIs so far in the season. On Tuesday, he had a very interesting bunt hit. He was an accidental hit, but it got past the pitcher and didn't. Hansen takes strike 3 on a breaking ball on the outside corner. Good pitch, but Hansen bunted it, and it got past the pitcher's mound and then died between the pitcher and the third baseman and shortstop, and he got an infield single out of it.
Was the pitcher throwing fast? Because it must have been pretty.
It rocketed off his bat. Grant Wilson up third. He hit a 2-run home run, which turned out to be the game winner on Tuesday, and he takes ball 1 up and in. Wilson is hitting .318 on the season. He is a .388 on base percentage with 5 walks. He has a team-leading 3 home runs and 19 RBIs. He swings at the second pitch, hits a grounder to the second baseman, bobbled, and he gets him just in time. Good recovery there by Luke Shoemaker. And that will end the first inning. Still no score here at the D.R. Gorsuch Athletic Complex. We'll be right back with the top of the second here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set here for the top of the second inning, and leading off will be Spencer Place, who is the shortstop. Also due up for New Haven is third baseman Nick Vecon and A.J. Graham, the left fielder. Newman throws his first pitch, a solid breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 1.
That's got a lot of break on it.
Not a lot of speed, but it fooled Place. He was frozen. He could not swing. Newman's second pitch is a fastball popped up on the first base line, and it is going to get out of play into the bleachers where nobody is sitting right now. There's some fans over here back near home plate, but they're on the first baseline. None. Next pitch from Newman, a dribbler right out in front of Ford, who throws it to Coble for out number 1. That's the second time we've seen a little swing that died on the bat and landed right in front of catcher Elliott Ford, who is a very good defensive catcher.
He's one of the best defensive catchers I've seen so far this year. I mean, 2-year returning state champ. He's handled the pitching for 2 straight years, so he's obviously very comfortable behind the plate.
And he's a very good offensive player, too. Mm-hmm. Newman into the windup. The pitch is high, and it hit him.
That looked really similar to
Tranquil.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that one hit off his bat, too, because that one rocketed back behind Ford. But it'll be a hit by pitch, and Nick Vecon is on first base here. A.J. Graham is coming up. Graham is playing left field tonight, and we'll see what he can do here with a runner on first. 1 out. Newman is working at a quick pace here. I like that. The pitch and another solid breaking ball, strike 1. Vecon is not a threat to run, it doesn't seem. Newman did not seem overly worried with a pickoff move there. But he looks over, but it doesn't look like he's a huge threat on the base paths. Newman's next pitch, an attempted bunt, and it goes foul. Ford was ready to throw down there. He is always so prepared. It's very impressive, in my opinion, to see how he can be a complete catcher, and I think he's got talent to go to the next level.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think he's the most important player for this Charger team. He provides leadership, and he handles the pitching staff and directs the defense and always keeps them in line.
He does a very good job. Newman's pitch is swung on and missed by Graham, and what a throw by Ford, getting Vecon on the base paths. Ford with a very quick Yadier Molina type throw there. That's something Molina's very good with the Cardinals. Vecon was about 2 steps off first, and he got him. He could not get back in time, so that is an inning-ending double play. Very interesting way to end the inning. Good throw by Ford, and we will be right back with the bottom of the second here on CSBN.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
everyone. Welcome back to CSBN here for the bottom of the second inning. We're just about set here as Carroll went 1-2-3 in the first, so that means cleanup hitter Peyton Loniger is due up first, along with Elliott Ford and Ross Coble. Loniger is definitely one of the better hitters on this team. Did not have a great day yesterday, but he's still hitting Tuesday. 405 with a 435 on base percentage. He has 2 home runs and 16 RBIs on the season. Schumacher into the windup. The pitch is a strike at the belt. Good pitch.
I wonder if the Chargers are having a tough time picking up the ball. He's got kind of a interesting delivery. He keeps the ball hidden until the very last minute.
Into the windup again, the pitch, and Loniger swings over top of the breaking ball, quickly in the hole 0-2. Loniger does not have a lot of strikeouts, but he has struck out 6 times over the course of the season, so he wants to be a little bit better there. The pitch, and that one he fights off out of play, foul ball. Still 0-2. Loniger wasn't great on the mound yesterday. He just had an off night. He wasn't good from the plate either. But he's still leading the team in batting average, and he is very important to the team. Schumacher again into his windup. The pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1.
I think the Chargers are going to need to get some runs early off this guy because he's looking extremely comfortable on the mound.
Well, a lot of things, as I've noticed when I've been doing the games here, the pitchers have always been good for the first 2 or 3 innings, but then they seem to tire. As Schumacher again into the windup, and Loniger swings under that one. He was going for the fences there. Strikeout number 3 already in the game, out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Not a good sign
Still
for
a
the Chargers.
perfect game here so far through an inning and a third. As Elliott Ford, Mr. Reliable over here, is up now for Carroll. He's hitting .297 on the season. Schumacher into the windup, and Ford swings and hits a dribbling ground ball to third, throws over to first for the 5-3 out. Good job there by Vakin to get a nice throw across the diamond there to Kyle Sovine. And just good fundamentals there on the ground ball. Ford was a little bit crouched down there in a stance, more than usual. Any reason why, maybe?
I don't know. He's tall, so maybe to shrink the strike zone a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to get a little bit more power out of it when he comes up. It's a little odd. As Mason Newman is up, Ross Coble up now, and he, on the first pitch, hits a ground out to second, throws over to first for the out. Good throw by Shoemaker over to Sovine. So that'll end the second inning. Still no score. Carroll does not have a base runner yet, so they definitely want to improve on that in the third. We will be right back with the top of the third here on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Due to unforeseen circumstances and technical difficulties, that is the end of tonight's broadcast. Please tune in again to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty.
And Newman ready to deal to the number 9 hitter, Derek Wallace, who's playing right field tonight for New Haven. Carroll still had no base runners, as a good pitch from Newman there. Another breaking ball for strike 1. Newman again, the pitch. In this one, Wallace bunts down the third base line. Newman's going to get it and make a good throw over to Coble for out number 1, right on target. Good throw there from Newman.
The defense has been really good so far from both sides.
Well, that was a dribbler that Inman could have got at third. Newman could have got there. Even Elliott Ford could have gotten to. Tough play to make, but a good job by Newman to get the throw over to first. Top of the order back up now for New Haven, Luke Shoemaker. And he flew out to right field his first time up. Newman, the pitch, a high breaking ball, ball 1.
Only 2 base runners so far in the game, both from New Haven, so
Good pitching so far. Already into the third inning, and that pitch is just off the inside corner for ball 2 on a pretty good fastball. He seems to have pretty good command so far here early in the game. He hasn't had to throw a lot of pitches. His next one is high and tight for ball 3.
Hope we don't jinx him.
You know, I hope we don't either. So a 3-0 count here. Shoemaker probably won't be swinging, and he doesn't chase the breaking ball that is at the knees for strike 1. Well, I've seen Carroll hitters swing at the 3-0 count a couple of times. I've never been a big fan of that, as Newman's fifth pitch of the at-bat is up, just off, just a little bit high for ball 4, and there is a walk issued to Shoemaker. Caleb Heckley up now. He grounded out to the catcher in his... Well, yeah, grounded out to the catcher. First at bat. 2 threes don't happen very often on the scorecard. It was on an attempted bunt attempt. Unsuccessful. Newman's pitch, a breaking ball right down Broadway for strike 1.
He really likes that first pitch breaking ball, and it's working so far, so.
First pitch strikes are always good to get and gives the pitcher confidence. Maybe a double play here on Heckley. Newman's next pitch is ripped to Hansen, who stops it. He will get the out at second. Loniger throws to first, just a little bit late. Good job by Hansen to keep the ball in front of him there. That was a hot shot there right at him, and he was not rattled at all. He didn't move back, kept in front of him, and did get the one out at second. So that is out number 2 of the inning. Heckley will take Shoemaker's place at first base, so still a runner on. For Kyle Sovine, a very tall, lanky player who's hitting third and playing first base tonight. Newman's pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1.
Sovine hit a rocket to the warning track in his first at bat.
Yep, a very clean double there. Good hit. Newman sets, and the pitch is high for ball 2. Newman has not had quite as good control here, especially the fastball in the third inning. Wondering if he might be starting to fatigue. But I don't think yet. Maybe another inning or 2. But we'll see. As the pickoff move over there, Heckley back in safely by a second or so. Newman has a decent pickoff move. He doesn't use it a lot. Taylor Goshen uses it a lot.
Yeah.
But Newman, there's another one. That one, a better pickoff move. Heckley made it just in time there. So 2-0 count here on Sovine, who's about 6'6". He is very tall and very lanky, but he's got a lot of power. That pitch from Newman is just below the knees for ball 3, a 3-0 count. This is the second one of the inning for Newman. He's got to just calm down here.
I wonder if his rate that he works at is causing problems.
Not sure. He's working from the stretch. That one a fastball over the inside corner for strike 1. Sovine is a left-handed hitter. We haven't said that yet. He showed a lot of power, and he seems to be very good fundamentally at the plate. He rocketed a long double in his first at-bat, as there's the hit and run issued, and that is a single that's just going to get by the outstretched arms of Connor Hansen. Good attempt, and that will move Heckley all the way to third. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs for the cleanup hitter, Scott Ferguson. And you got to be careful here if you're Newman.
Yeah, that was a really nice hit and run by the Bulldogs.
Interesting play there. It looked like Heckley would have been safe if it was a strike and Ford made the throw down, but the hit and run was executed beautifully, and now there's runners on the corners. Newman's definitely got to be careful here with the cleanup hitter Ferguson up, and he has a lot of power. He didn't show it. He did get an infield single in his first at-bat. Is that one a high pop-up into right field for Kowalski? He gets under it and makes the catch for the final out of the top of the third inning. Still no score after 2.5 here from the Dean R. Gorsuch Athletic Complex. We will be right back with the bottom of the third here on CSBN.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set for the bottom of the third inning as Reeve Schumacher taking a couple warm-up tosses. The bottom third of the order for Carroll is up. Cody Chase, the designated hitter, the pitcher Mason Newman, and the right fielder Matt Kowalski, who struggled with 2 fly balls. The sun's definitely getting to him, especially in right field, and if there's a pop-up to first base or second, it's going to definitely be tougher to catch with the sun. Yeah. Carroll does not have a base runner so far in this game, so Schumacher perfect through 2. There was a perfect game thrown on Saturday by White Sox pitcher Philip Umber.
Yeah.
Did you see the last pitch of that game?
Yeah, that was one of the weirder endings I've seen to a baseball game.
Well, the pitching's been a lot better lately with the advanced scouting, and that's the 5th perfect game thrown in the last 8 years. So the pitching has definitely improved. Not as many runs per game in the pros, but there was no shortage of runs here at the high school level on Tuesday. 9-8, very competitive, entertaining game to watch. Carroll came out victorious on Grant Wilson's 2-run shot in the 6th inning. Cody Chase up now for Carroll. He's hitting .304 so far in the season. Schumacher's first pitch is high, ball 1. Cody Chase also has 6 walks. He has a .448 on-base percentage, so a pretty good choice to play DH. The pitch from Schumacher. Chase hits a dribbler to second base, and that will be out number 1. Hits it to Shoemaker, who throws over to Sovine. Infields look pretty good here for New Haven so far, and Carroll has not hit a ball out of the infield. No fly balls. No, there's just been strikeouts and groundouts so far. Mason Newman up. He has not played in a little while. He's not a great hitter, hitting .083, under 100. That's not very good. Although he does have 4 walks in his limited at-bats, so as he fouls the first pitch back, he does have a .312 on-base percentage, which is respectable.
I think the Chargers need to be a little bit more patient. Schumacher, has thrown 3 balls so far.
Wow.
Just 3.
That is great control. He has an 0-1 count here on Newman. I don't believe he has thrown a first pitch ball so far in the game. Schumacher, Newman rips that one, and it's going to get by Shoemaker playing second. That will be Carroll's first base runner of the game. It's going to be a tough call to see if it's a hit or an error there.
I'd give him a hit because it was a hard hit ball, and it
was a rocket just under the glove of Shoemaker at second base. It was hard hit, but his glove should have been on the ground there. That could go either way. So Carroll has its first base runner, and Matt Kowalski up, the number 9 hitter. Schumacher ready. The first pitch is a ball outside on the fastball. Newman was awarded a hit. His second of the season in 13 at-bats, so it's going to help his average a little. Kowalski is hitting .259 so far on the season with a .475 on-base percentage. Schumacher into the windup. The pitch is dribbled back to Schumacher. This could be 2. Throws to short, and they will not quite get Kowalski in time. So a 1-6 there to the shortstop Spencer Place, and Kowalski was just able to beat the relay throw to Sovine at first. So we still have a base runner on at first. That's Kowalski. In the top of the order, Drew Tranquil is up for the second time now for Carroll. Tranquil struck out swinging his first at bat. That's his team-leading 12th strikeout of the season. And we'll see what he can do here. Schumacher is still looking very good here. Now only Newman who got the hard hit rocket, and Kowalski is going, and Tranquil again a attempt for the hit and run, fouls it back for a 1 count. Kowalski has 3 stolen bases on the season, so he is a threat to run. They haven't had a lot of base running so far in the season. One of the team's leading base stealer is Riley Schutte, who is normally a sub. They use him as a pinch runner a lot. Tranquil behind 0-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Kowalski again going, and the throw down by Ferguson is not in time. A stolen base for Kowalski. That throw was a pretty good one, but the shortstop Spencer Place was a little bit in front of the bag, and he had to turn all the way around to tag Kowalski, who was already making his slide.
Ferguson might have had a better time getting that ball down to second if the ball weren't in the dirt.
Yeah, that breaking ball was a little in the dirt, bad location, and it was a slow pitch, making it harder to catch the runner. Schumacher's next pitch to Tranquil is a strike. So a 1-2 count on Tranquil. And he is again in danger of a 13th strikeout. He does walk a lot, but you cannot have this many strikeouts, especially out of the leadoff spot. Schumacher into the windup and the pitch. Tranquil hits a little blooper, and that will be caught by the running right fielder Derek Wallace for the final out of the third inning. So we are through 3. Still no score. Carroll did get its first hit of the game here in the third. We will be right back with the fourth inning on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We are just about set for the fourth inning here as leadoff hitter, Reeve Schumacher is up for New Haven as he's the fifth hitter. He, in his first at bat, he got recorded and out there as the first pitch is a ball in the dirt. What did he do there?
He had a little dribbler in front of catcher Elliott Ford and was thrown out at first.
The second pitch from Newman is a breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count. Newman's breaking ball has been his out pitch so far, and if he needs it out, he's used it, and it's been very effective. Newman into the windup, and the pitch is hit hard to Grant Inman at third, who makes a very nice play to keep it in front of him, catches it cleanly, and makes a great throw across the diamond to Coble for out number 1.
He's impressed me so far. His defense has been very solid.
Well, he's in my gym period. We're playing softball, and he has looked very good when a grounder is hit to him. He has not let one get by.
He's playing really well for a freshman.
Newman's pitch to Spencer Place is dribbled right back to him, and he records the out over to Coble at first. So a first pitch out for Newman, and he is working through the fourth quickly so far. And Nick Vacken is up for New Haven now. He has been hit by a pitch in this game. That one, I wasn't sure about that at first, but no harm was done. Newman's pitch and a changeup swung in front of by Vacken for strike 1.
He's been keeping him guessing.
He's shown a wide range of pitches as his second pitch, a breaking ball, very, very good breaking ball, starting at the thighs, ending at Vacken's feet, and he swung over top of it for strike 2. Quickly ahead 0-2, and that fastball is up high. 1-2 count on Vacken now. Newman has worked through this inning so far quickly, and that pitch is a breaking ball. Ford is going to, that pitch was missed by Vacken. It got away from Ford, and Ford made a horrible throw down to Coble at first. It bounced and then took an odd hop over Coble, who was squatted down to try to prevent getting hit. And Vacken's going to advance to second on the bad throw. Kowalski had to back him up.
You do not see that out of Elliott Ford very often. We talked earlier about how he's always a solid defender. Do you have fielding numbers?
No, I do not. But I believe that is just his second error of the season. And the first one could have been called on the shortstop, Loniger, on the pickoff throw that got away from him, or the attempted stolen base. First pitch from Newman to A.J. Graham is a changeup. Graham was out in front of it for strike 1. Newman's shown a very wide range of pitches so far. His fastball, curveball, changeup have all been effective. Second pitch, a breaking ball at the knees for strike 2.
He's got the stuff. He pitched a no-hitter on Saturday against Snyder.
Yes, he did. I remember hearing about that. They won that game.
Yes.
Obviously. Well, it is possible to lose with the no-hitter. And that third pitch is a breaking ball just below the knees and a little outside for ball 1. An old pitcher, Three-Finger Brown, back 100 years ago, lost a game with a no-hitter. 1-0.
It's got to be a terrible feeling.
Yep, and there's another pitch as Graham swings out in front of it. Ford again has the ball get away from him, but this time makes a perfect throw down to Coble for out number 3. So that will be the end of the top of the 4th inning. We will be right back with the bottom of the 4th here on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We are just about set for the bottom of the 4th inning here. Connor Hansen, Grant Wilson, and Peyton Loniger are due up in the inning. The 2-3-4 hitters, a big part of the lineup. We'll see if they can get the offense going for Carroll. Still no score in the game. Both pitchers have looked very good. Reeve Schumacher has not had to throw a lot of pitches for New Haven at all, and he has 3 strikeouts already in the game. He has looked very good. He's throwing a good fastball and breaking ball.
He's got an interesting windup. He starts with the ball behind his back and has a little rocker step.
He uses his glove to shield the ball as his first pitch is a little breaking ball at the knees to Hansen for strike 1. Hansen struck out looking in his first at-bat, but Schumacher struck out the first 2 hitters he faced. Next pitch with the 0-1 count from Schumacher. Hansen again, the bunt attempt, and it is going to go foul. He uses that a lot. We've seen it be successful before. He had a very good bunt for a hit on Tuesday, and he came around to score on that. Hansen is hitting just .250 though on the season, so we'll see if he can improve his average here with a hit. Schumacher uses his glove to shield the ball until the last possible second so he does not tip his pitches. That one from Schumacher is just out of the zone, a little bit outside for ball 1. 1-2 count on Hansen. Hansen is a good defensive player at second base, but he's not known for his bat. That pitch from Schumacher, a breaking ball that looked in the zone to me, but it was a little bit high for ball 2.
He's not missing by much.
He is not. And he has a 2-ball count here. I don't think he's had one of those all game.
He has not.
Schumacher's next pitch is Hansen grounds it back to Shoemaker at second and throws it over to Sovine at first for out number 1.
Chargers still have not hit a ball out of the infield yet.
Well,
Did they hit that?
Well, Mullins did get under the glove of Shoemaker at second, but should have been a catch, or should have at least been stopped. But they have not hit any fly balls in this game. I mean, the closest thing we saw was that bunt attempt that went a few feet in the air. Mm-hmm. Grant Wilson up now. Wilson grounded out to second in his first at-bat, and he is a very good hitter as he takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1.
He's committed to Ohio Northern to play baseball.
Okay. As long as it's not Ohio State, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I do not like them. Schumacher's second pitch, Grant Wilson drills right back to him, and great reflexes from Schumacher. He was not rattled at all, put his glove up, caught it cleanly, and throws over to first for out number 2.
We've got a good old pitcher's duel going on here.
Schumacher's reflexes, his composure is really impressing me so far. He's not rattled here playing on the road here in Carroll, and he has held a very tough lineup at base so far through 3 2/3.
He is a senior, so he does have the experience.
The first pitch to Peyton Loniger, the cleanup hitter, is a fastball right down Broadway for strike 1.
He struck out swinging in his last at-bat.
That was the 3rd strikeout Schumacher recorded. 0-1 count on Loniger, and Loniger hits that one the other way, slices it for a single, and that is the first ball hit out of the infield today for Carroll. That one was a clean hit.
It's a good sign. Get some offense going.
It almost was a little bit lucky because that one jammed him in on the hands, but he was able to slice it the other way. Good piece of hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Looked a lot like a Derek Jeter hit right there. He does that a lot.
Yeah. Shows the strong wrists.
He is a very good hitter. He has an average over 400. Elliott Ford up for Carroll. I think he's the most complete all-around player on Carroll. Schumacher's first pitch to him is, again, right down the middle for strike one. A good fastball. Ford grounded out to third in his first at-bat. He is hitting .297 on the season. And he has played in every game so far. Ford swings over top of the second pitch, a fastball over the outside corner for strike two. So he quickly falls behind 0-2. Schumacher is moving pretty quick, but he is not moving too quickly. He's just really impressed both of us up here. Ahead 0-2 on Ford. The third pitch is right down the middle on the fastball for strike three and out number three. So that will end the fourth inning. There is still no score. Mason Newman coming back out for the top of the fifth. We'll be back with that right after this here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger Sports.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN. We are just about set for the top of the fifth inning here in a very quick-moving game. The first four innings took just 45 minutes to complete. Very, very quick. I wish that major leagues could move that quickly. I love watching baseball, but the first few innings normally move good, but when they start doing the pitching changes, it gets a little tedious.
Yankees-Red Sox game, they're at least 3 hours.
Being a Yankees fan, I watch them, but and I like to watch them, but they are slow. Derek Wallace is due up. He was showing bunt there, and the breaking ball went over his head. Interesting. So that is ball one. Newman's control has not been quite as good as his counterpart, Reeves Schumacher, but it has been very good throughout the game. That second pitch is popped up to short. Loniger camps out under it and makes the catch for out number one.
Looked like he about lost his footing on the edge of the grass.
Yep, it was close, but Loniger is a pretty good defensive shortstop. That was the first ball hit to him so far in this game.
Yeah, he has not seen much action.
Yep, but most of them have been hit to Inman there at third or Hansen at second. So that is a quick out. Now the top of the order, Luke Shoemaker is back up for the third time. The first pitch to him is a breaking ball. Very good pitch for strike one over the outside corner. He has flown out to right and walked so far. So this is his third at bat. 0-1 count. Newman's second pitch is another breaking ball, a little short and in the dirt for ball one.
It almost seems like he's throwing more breaking balls than fastballs here.
They've been effective.
Yeah.
Newman's second pitch, there's a fastball, and that one is dribbled out to Hansen, who throws out Shoemaker in time for out number two. Hansen again showing he's a good defensive player. Not great on offense, and Tanner Ginder, one of the Carroll regulars, gets the day off. This is the first game he's going to get off so far this season. And he went 3 for 3 on Tuesday. But nobody's been able to hit so far in this game.
Yeah.
Caleb Heckley is up now for New Haven. Takes a first pitch fastball just off the outside corner for ball one. Heckley has grounded out to the catcher, and he drills this one into deep right, and it is going to be a foul ball. That one would have been a home run if it was about 2 feet to the left. He pulled that one. He is a left-handed batter, by the way. He pulled that one into deep right field, and it just was right of the foul pole there. So Newman's going to dodge a bullet there. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Heckley, and he shows a lot of power there.
Yeah, looks like he's pretty solidly built.
The third pitch to Heckley, again, a hittable pitch. Heckley was on it, but just under it, fouls it back for strike 2. A 1-2 count here on Heckley. New Haven has mustered 3 hits in this game, Carroll 2. The pitch to Heckley, a curveball that Heckley was out in front of, dribbled it foul so it's still 1-2 count. Carroll does have one error in the game, but it has not cost them. Still no score here in the top of the fifth of a very fast-moving game so far. Newman sets, and the pitch is a fastball that is just off the outside corner. That one looked good from here, didn't it, Chris?
Blue has got a very tight zone from what I've seen.
That one was looked over the plate from here, but we're on the third baseline. Not great angle. That pitch, a breaking ball, and that one, there was no doubt about that one. Strike 3. So that will end the top of the fifth. Still no score. Newman still going strong. We'll see if his counterpart can do the same here in the bottom of the fifth here on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set for the bottom of the fifth, and due up for your Chargers are the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Ross Coble, Cody Chase, and Mason Newman. Ross Coble, in his first at-bat, grounded out to second back in the second inning.
Second baseman's gotten a lot of action. He's had 4 hit to him so far.
And he is not messed up. Shoemaker's done a good job there at second. Yeah. It's weird having a Shoemaker and Schumacher. Schumacher pitching, and the first pitch to Coble is a fastball just off the outside corner for ball 1. And is that the first time he's fallen behind?
If it's not the first, it's probably only the second.
Schumacher, second pitch is high, 2-0 count.
Could be showing some signs of fatigue.
We'll see if he'll rebound, but his pitching, both pitchers have been very impressive in this game. And Schumacher's done a better job with this fastball. Newman's done a better job with his breaking ball, but that fastball is well off the plate. Outside, 3-0 count now on Coble. Coble has worked 2 walks only this season. He is hitting .300, and he has a .326 on-base percentage.
He likes to swing the bat. That's nothing
to do with
that.
The pitch from Schumacher, Coble taking all the way, takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Schumacher is very tall.
Yeah.
He's definitely taller than Newman by a few inches. The next pitch is way outside from Schumacher, and Coble is going to work his 3rd walk of the season.
First walk of the game for Schumacher, so good sign for the Chargers.
Maybe he is starting to fatigue here. We'll see if he can rebound against the designated hitter, Cody Chase. Chase, in his first at-bat, also grounded out to second. Chase is hitting .304 on the season so far. He does walk a lot. He has 6 on the season. First pitch, Chase tries to bunt it, and it is foul. Does not have a lot of speed.
No.
You could see him like he was just having trouble getting down. He's a good player. He's just not very fast.
Some people they aren't fast. We got people like Drew Tranquil, who one of the fastest kids in school, and Chase, he's just not quite as quick down the line.
Yep, you got to have balance.
Yeah.
Schumacher's next pitch is a bunt attempt that was missed by Chase, and it is quickly 0-2. Runner on first is Coble. He has 3 stolen bases on the season, so he is a threat to run.
He about got picked off at first, but Sullivan couldn't get the ball down for the tag quick enough.
It was close. His uniform looked very nice a few seconds ago, and now it's all browned up there on the front.
Chargers sporting the nice new home white uniforms with the blue sleeves.
It impresses me how they can get all dirtied up with the dirt during the game, and then the next day they're suddenly clean and fresh again.
I know nothing about washing laundry, but whatever they use, that gets the job done.
They do a good job. Schumacher ahead 0-2. Running is Coble. Chase hits a pop-up into right field. And the catch is made by Derek Wallace, and Coble is going to get back to first, no problem. That is out number 1. And now batting is Mason Newman.
The wind is blowing out to right field, so we've seen a couple balls starting to drift over to the left field foul line.
Well, Heckley hit that home run, foul home run, and I think the wind had a bit of a factor in that.
Yes.
He did hit it hard, but it probably would have gone off the wall if it weren't for the wind. Still no harm done on that, and Mason Newman back up for the second time. Pitch from Schumacher is a little bit high and tight for ball 1. Newman did get a single on a ball that just went under a glove of Shoemaker at second for the Carroll's first hit. They have 2 now. Really stroking it up there at the plate.
Yeah, putting numbers up.
1-0 count. Coble, the pickoff attempt back in safely.
I think for left-handed first baseman have an advantage when it comes to getting the tag down.
Well, I'm left-handed, and when I play, I normally played first base, and it seemed easier when I did the pickoffs than when my backup did it, and he was right-handed. Next pitch from Schumacher is low and outside for ball 2.
There's just that little quick moment that you say from bringing the ball across your body when you can just take it right and go straight to the bag.
One advantage of being short is that I don't have to bend down as far to tag the guy. There's always something. Coble is running, and Newman fouls off the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Coble's tried to run a couple of times here on the hit and run, but a couple of foul balls and a long fly out to right field have kept him from advancing.
Maybe they can get a hit and run down like the Bulldogs did earlier in the game.
Maybe a bunt and run would be a better idea. But we'll see what Carroll tries to do here. Bottom of the 5th, still no score, just 5 combined hits in the game. Schumacher behind 2-1 on Newman, and Newman hits that one to second, and Schumacher cannot handle the bad bounce. It took a bad bounce off the dirt and almost hit him in the face.
Yeah.
And that one is going to get, Newman's going to be on first again for the second time in the game. An error is committed by Shoemaker, and now there are runners on first and second with just 1 out for the number 9 hitter, Matt Kowalski.
Kowalski is a very capable hitter.
And there is an infield conference here with Schumacher, who has not looked as good here in the 5th inning.
Yeah. One thing the Chargers have been able to do in the past couple of years is get production out of the 9-hole. Last year, when they made a state run, Austin Keithley was a very big part to their success. He had a RBI double to get the offense going against Cathedral last year. That's really a big part of their offense.
We'll see what Kowalski can do, as he has been pretty good out of the 9 spot. 259 for 9 hitters, decent.
Yeah.
And he does have a .475 on-base percentage because he has 5 walks.
Yeah, so he's been base.
And he's been hit by a few pitches too.
7 pitches. That's half of the team's amount.
Sheesh. Yep. 7. Nobody else on the team has been hit more than 3 times. That's Ford, who's been hit 3. Kowalski in this game reached on a fielder's choice and then stole second, but was stranded there. Kowalski's and Coble is running. Double steal pulled off by Carroll on the ball outside from Schumacher. Now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, and Carroll has a great scoring chance.
They pride themselves on small ball, and they get it done.
It's a good way to hit that can steal a run sometimes.
Yeah.
Kowalski ahead of the Schumacher 1-0, or 1-0 count, excuse me. We might have a 1-0 score here in a minute. So runners on second and third, 1 out, 1-0 count on Kowalski, and that's just what Schumacher needed. High pop up, and Sovine is going to make the catch for out number 2.
They caught a bad break. That might Tranquil was up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out, so...
That could be a rally killer, as that is just what Schumacher needed there on the mound. But Tranquil is a capable hitter, 278 average. Not great from the leadoff spot, but he does get on base. Possible maybe intentional walk to load the bases, get a force out anywhere, possibly. Yeah. Connor Hansen is not a great hitter coming up after him. We'll see what happens. First pitch from Schumacher. Tranquil hits it right to him, a line out, and he throws it to first just to be safe anyway, and he will get out of a jam. Trank will hit that one hard. If it got under the glove, it's going to be a single into center field. Might score 2, but instead, that will end 5. We still have no score here at the Dean R. Gorsuch Athletic Complex. We'll be back with the 6th right after this here on CSBN.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We are set for the top of the 6th inning, still no score, and we have been here for 1 hour, and we are already through 5 innings. Mason Newman again back on the hill for Carroll, and due up for New Haven are the 3-4-5 hitters Kyle Sovine, who's up now and takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Scott Ferguson and Reeve Schumacher, the pitcher.
Sovine is 2 for 2 so far, so he's shown that he's a very capable hitter.
He has a double and a single. He has 2 of the 3 hits. Takes a fastball in the dirt for ball 1.
Newman's shown better control of his breaking ball than his fastball, which is unusual.
Yeah, no doubt. Newman's third pitch is a breaking ball right down Broadway. So a 1-2 count on Sovine. And again, quickly into the windup, the pitch, breaking ball dribbled over to Hansen, and he will throw it over to Coble. For what was that? Is an out.
That's weird sequence.
I have not seen that before. Hansen's throw almost pulled Coble off the bag. He tumbled over, and then Sovine ran into him. So they were both on the ground.
I'm not sure if Sovine might have missed the bag on that one.
I am not sure, but Coble held on to the ball through all of it, kept his foot on the bag, and that will be out number 1. Cleanup hitter Scott Ferguson is up now for New Haven, and he takes a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Number 18's facing each other here with Newman and Ferguson. It's my lucky number.
Peyton Manning's number.
That's not why, as the fastball there is just off the outside corner for ball 2. I'm a Giants fan, by the way, so I like his little brother. Newman's next pitch, and that one is hit high in the air, pop up to Hansen, who's going into shallow right. Kowalski calls him off, and he misses it. He had to run a long distance for that. Hansen in right field makes the throw back into the infield, and they will give him a hit on that.
Tough play for Kowalski.
I think Hansen could have gotten to that, but Kowalski called him off.
That's a tough play.
So that's going to get Ferguson to second base on an odd double. And so there's a pinch runner, number 17. Number 17, Jared Lawrence, is going to pinch run for Ferguson.
Ferguson is the catcher, so obviously not the most athletic player on the team.
Normally catchers aren't very fast, but there's a handful of exceptions. Ford's not...
He's not blazing, but he
does have 1 stolen base on the season.
He's not your typical catcher build, short, stocky.
We're going to have a short delay here as Kowalski seemed to hurt his leg a little bit. Trainer goes out to check on him. Backup outfielders possibly, we'll see. We haven't seen a lot of subs here for Carroll. It's normally been the 9. They do have Hansen in instead of Ginder tonight, but other than that, not a lot. They've got Matt Kent.
Yeah.
He might be able to play if Kowalski can't, but he's going to stay in the game, so don't worry about it.
Riley Schutte and Austin Stark here are also other possibilities.
What happened to Stark?
I believe he has a hamstring injury of some sort.
I know he has an injury. I heard wrist from somebody. I heard leg from somebody else. Not great sources, obviously. But Kowalski's going to stay in the game, and the next hitter is the pitcher Reeve Schumacher. What has he done in the game so far?
He has hit a force out to the third baseman on that nice play by Inman in the first, and hit a ground out to Inman at third.
Breaking ball low and outside for ball 1 from Newman. Top of the sixth, still no score here at the Dinar Gorsuch Athletic Complex. And there's just 6 combined hits in the game. Both teams have 1 error. Newman's next pitch, a fastball right down Broadway, and is fouled off down the first baseline by Schumacher. So a 1-1 count here with 1 out in the top of the sixth. And state rankings-wise, they're not as good on defense as offense. Carroll isn't. They're 53rd in defense compared to 32nd in offense in the state. Breaking ball, low and away, ball 2. Yeah. There are 387 teams in the state, and Carroll is in the top 52 in the 3 major categories. New Haven is 47th in the state, 35 in defense, but 117th in offense. And Newman's next pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, fouled back. 2-2 count now on Schumacher, who is 0 for 2 in the game.
You gotta imagine that he really wants to bust this one open.
He is tall. He has a lot of power. We'll see what he can do here. Breaking ball out in front of it, and Ford tries to pick off Laurent, who pitch runs for him at second, but throw is high. No, he will be safe back in there. But that is a strikeout again on the breaking ball for Mason Newman. So we are in the top of the sixth now with 2 outs, and now Spencer Place is up. Place has grounded out to the catcher and the pitcher in this game so far, 0 for 2. The pitch is a high breaking ball just up out of the zone for ball 1. Newman has pitched 17 innings, now plus 5 2/3 on the season. He hasn't had great control on the season, but tonight he has been fantastic. That pitch just off the inside corner. He has just 1 walk in tonight's game with 4 strikeouts. So he has been much better tonight. 2-0 count though on Place. The third pitch is a changeup almost into the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes.
Seemed like we've been jinxing both pitchers so far when we talk about their control.
We're jinxing them out of somebody scoring, or we're jinxing them into somebody getting in scoring position. And that pitch, taking all the way Place, fastball down the middle for strike 1. It looked like Carroll was going to get the first run of the game back in the 5th, but a pop-up and a line-out right back to Schumacher ended that. And Place walks on 5 pitches, so now runners on first and second with 2 outs. Coming up, Nick Vacken, the 7th hitter. He has been hit by a pitch, and he reached on an error by Ford, who is going out to talk with Newman now.
What do you think they're discussing?
Probably just control issues.
Yeah.
Newman has not been quite as good with this control here in the 6th, but so far has managed to find a way out of every jam, as has his counterpart, Schumacher, which is obviously why we have no score here through 6. I'm sure Ford's just trying to calm him down. I think if Newman does get out of this inning, he probably will pitch the 7th. But after that, I'm guessing that Ginder is going to warm up somebody else.
Yeah. We got a pinch hitter coming up, number 10, Dakota Rassman. He is a junior.
Rassman is pinch hitting for Vacken here. See what it does. Newman fakes the pickoff move to second, doesn't actually throw it. Wants to keep the runners at bay here, make sure they don't try to steal like how he and Koval pulled off the double steal back in the 5th. Still no runs scored though. First pitch to Rassman is hit to shortstop Loniger, who steps on second for the force out for the final out of the top of the 6th inning. So through 5.5, still no score here at the Dinar Gorsuch Athletic Complex. We will be right back with the bottom of the 6th here on CSBN.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set for the bottom of the 6th inning, and Reeves Schumacher still on the mound here trying to get through 6. He seemed to gain a little confidence there at the end of the 5th inning when he got out of a jam. with a pop-up and then a line out right back to him, but when there were runners on second and third, which would have been which Carroll should have scored a run on, but couldn't quite do. Connor Hansen, Grant Wilson, and Peyton Loniger are due up. Hansen in the batter's box, and the first pitch from Schumacher is a strike at the knees. Hansen in this game is struck out looking and grounded out to second. Schumacher has been very effective in this game. Odd, slow, but effective windup as that breaking ball bounces short of home plate for ball one.
I wish I would have been keeping the pitch count on Schumacher because I'd imagine it's pretty low.
Well, he's in the 6s. He's probably only in the 70s or 80s right now.
Yeah.
And that's very, very efficient. Next pitch from Schumacher is hit by Hansen off the, jammed him in on the hands, and he hits it right to Sovine at first base for out number one. That one wasn't quite a line out. It was like he hit it, it jammed him, and then it slowed down in midair, so it was a pretty simple catch for Sovine to make.
Can't really call it a pop out, can't really call it a line out.
Nope, and it's not a fly out either, so it's hard to call. Grant Wilson up now for Carroll, and he swings at the first pitch, fouls it off out of play for strike one. He is grounded out to second and grounded out to the pitcher in his first two at-bats. So one of the biggest power hitter in the Carroll lineup has been held at bay like everybody else so far. Just 2 hits for Carroll. Next pitch from Schumacher is hit hard by Wilson, but to Shoemaker at second, but he cannot get it on the backhand, and Wilson will reach on an error from Shoemaker.
There's 2 errors so far on Shoemaker. That could have been his third, but we gave the third inning single to Newman.
He has had a lot of balls hit to him, but both of his errors were catchable balls that he should have kept in front of him. So, but that puts Wilson on first with 1 out for Peyton Loniger, the cleanup hitter, who has 2 homers and 16 RBIs on the season. Second on the team in both categories to Wilson. First pitch is a fastball down at home plate for ball one.
Power play of the lineup. See, if the Chargers are going to get a run now, then now's the time to do it.
Loniger, well, now would be a good time here in the bottom of the 6th. There is a runner on with 1 out. Loniger and Wilson is running. The throw from Ferguson is high, not in time. Wilson is going to be safe with his first stolen base of the season.
It's interesting. He played quarterback for Carroll, and he was more of a scrambling quarterback.
He's not great, though, with speed here in baseball, but he's obviously multi-sport talented there. He was the varsity quarterback for us in football, best hitter on the team, I say, in baseball. And Loniger up 2-0. And even though Wilson's not really a threat, he just got a stolen base, so Schumacher's going to watch him more closely. Loniger is a bit more of a threat than Wilson is. He has 3 stolen bases if Loniger can get on. He is ahead of Schumacher 2-0, and the third pitch he hits to third. Vakin is going to make the throw across the diamond and get Loniger. And Sovine at first immediately comes to talk to Schumacher, say something to him, try to calm him down. Wilson advanced to third on the play. So there is a Wilson on third with 2 outs for the number 5 hitter, Elliott Ford. Could call him old reliable, I guess.
Yeah. If anybody's going to get you a clutch hit, it's a good chance it'll be Elliott.
Ford has grounded out to third and struck out looking in the game. Let's see if he can get out of his game slump. Yes, he has not played great today. First pitch, he hits it high into the air, into foul territory, and Derek Wallace is going to make the catch in foul territory down the first base line. So that will end 6 innings. We will come back with the top of the 7th and possibly final inning here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set for the top of the 7th inning, and Mason Newman still on the hill for Carroll. He has thrown 6 shutout innings, a 4-hit ball, and he has had good defense behind him with just 1 error. And batting for New Haven to start is number 15, A.J. Graham, the left fielder.
Newman's getting it going, had a good time this season, just heading into the big part of May. He's starting to get his...
And that curveball hit Graham right on the back.
Yeah, as I was saying,
That's the first time I've seen his curveball with bad control so far today.
Yeah.
So now the number 9 hitter, Derek Wallace, is going to come up, and number 1, Tyler Purvis, is going to pinch run for Graham.
Looks like Blake Conversay will be up and working in the Charger bullpen.
They're probably going to try to get Newman through this inning to get a complete game, possibly. But if this goes to extras, which it very well could, Conversay is probably going to come in for the 8th inning.
Conversay has the best record on the team. He's 3-1.
And a bunt attempt from Wallace is into foul territory. Ball or strike 1.
Conversay has 2 saves, so he's the Charger closer.
He is 3-1. He did get the win on Tuesday, but he did not look very good. He was bailed out by Wilson's home run in the 6th. Wallace in the game is 0 for 2. He grounded out to the pitcher and flew out, or popped up to the shortstop. Again, another bunt attempt. Newman's going to try to make the throw, and he did not get him. Wallace beat the throw down the line, and now runners on first and second with nobody out. For the top of the order, Luke Shoemaker is up. He is 0 for 2 in the game. He's flown out to right and grounded out to second and is also walked. So this is his 4th at bat. I thought Wallace was out there by half a step.
Could have gone either way. I thought he was out too, but...
I guess tie goes to the runner.
Yeah, that's true.
So Shoemaker has a good opportunity and no outs. Force at first, second, or third, and another bunt attempt, foul, and it went backwards into Ford's chest protector. So no balls and a strike.
Newman could really use a strikeout or a pop-out here.
Yep, just like Schumacher got back in the 5th, and he was able to get out of a jam. We'll see if Newman can do the same thing. Newman pickoff move, and if it was a little bit... Oh, he got him!
Looked like Coble blocked the base with his foot. Nice heads-up play there by Coble.
Wallace isn't happy about it. Looking at the third base coach, but that is a big out for Newman.
That is a huge out.
I thought he was in there safely. The throw was a little high, but he never touched the base, and that's why he's out. So 0-1 count now with 1 out. Still a runner in scoring position, though, with Purvis pinch running for Graham at second. Shoemaker. The pitch from Newman is a breaking ball low and away for ball 1. Just 7 combined hits in this game. Carroll has just 2, one of them by Newman and the other one by Loniger, both singles. 1-1 count here on Shoemaker, and the third pitch is just below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. The strike zone here has been a little bit inconsistent, you could say. It's been a little bit low, but that one would have seemed to fit the bill, but not this time. Newman, and that one is hit into right. Kowalski is there, makes the catch, and attempting to tag was Purvis, but he lost his balance and stumbled, and he will stay at second. So now 1 out away from pitching 7 complete innings is Newman, and coming up is Caleb Heckley, the second hitter and playing center. He almost got a home run in his last at bat, but it was just foul. He has grounded out to second, struck out looking, and
Grounded to second again. Second.
Yeah, and they got the force out to Loniger, who's playing short. First pitch is a breaking ball just inside to Heckley. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 more out here, and Carroll will have to... A Carroll run would win the game in the bottom of the 7th. We'll see what happens. Newman's pitch is hit hard, and Connor Hansen makes the catch on the line out. And Mason Newman has pitched 7 complete innings. What reflexes from Hansen.
That was an amazing play.
And we've talked about it a couple times. His defense is top-notch. So that'll be it for 6.5. Carroll is coming up to bat in the home half of the 7th right after this on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set for the home half of the 7th, and if Carroll scores, we're on final inning. But this no score, and what a competitive game. Quick moving, 6.5 innings have been done in 1 hour and 22 minutes. That is amazing. So due up for Carroll are the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Ross Coble, Cody Chase, and Mason Newman. Coble does not have one of the 2 hits for Carroll. He has grounded out to second and walked, got to third base, but could not score. First pitch from Schumacher is high and outside for ball 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe see Tanner Ginder up.
Pinch hit for Newman.
Yeah.
Newman has pitched 7. I think it would be smart to get a fresh arm in there if we go to extras.
Yeah.
And that pitch, Coble behind the fastball, strike 1. So a 1-1 count, and Carroll does have the opportunity for a walk-off hit here, or a home run, possibly, although Coble, Chase, or Newman have not hit one. Next pitch from Schumacher, and Coble hits it hard, and that will be a single as it gets into left field just over the head of shortstop Spencer Place. And that is the 3rd hit of the game and the first one since the 4th inning for Carroll. So rally cap time here, I guess. They don't have to rally from anything, but if they want to end the game, a run will do it.
Riley Schutte is pinch hitting for Cody Chase.
Interesting pinch hitter here. Riley Schutte has not played in a couple of weeks now, at least here at home. He does not have a hit on the season. He's 0 for 3. He has walked 3 times, so he has a .500 on-base percentage. And that's what Ginder wants here. He just wants Schutte to get on base without getting Coble out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he lays down a bunt. He's got blazing speed. He leads the team in steals, and he's
only played in 5 games. It's true. And there's a pickoff move. Coble is just in there safely. That was a good throw to Sovine. He did not have to move his arm much to tag Coble, but good awareness from Coble to dive back in there safely. Schutte, as we said, does not have a hit. This is just his 6th game, but he is a threat on the base paths, and that's why Ginder put him in, because he's a lot faster than Cody Chase. He does try the bunt, like you suggested, fouls it back for an 0-1 count. When's the last time you've seen a no-run hit game here through 7 innings in high school?
State championship 2 years ago.
Carroll ended up winning that how?
9th inning. Pitcher's duel between Curtis Wise and Dylan Peters.
And did they win 1-0?
They did.
Sheesh. Well, I would have loved to watch that game. Pitch from Schumacher again. Schutte tries to bunt, and again fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes. Not a very good bunter.
No, not really.
And he will not. He probably won't try to bunt here. If he fouls it back again, it will be strike 3. So Schumacher, as he's smoothing the dirt out on the mound, is ahead of Schutte 0-2. No outs here with Coble on first. Just 8 combined hits in the game. This has been a classic pitchers duel, as they are going to have an infield conference with Schumacher now. Interesting time, because he is ahead of Schutte 0-2.
It appears that they're going to let Mason Newman hit. I wonder if maybe...
He is on deck.
I wonder if they might let him keep going into the 8th.
Well, nobody's in the bullpen. Nobody's been in the bullpen other than Converse very briefly the entire game. And it does appear that Schumacher, blanked out there for a second, will remain in the game, and he will as the rest of the infielders go back to their positions. Schutte is behind 0-2. There are no outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Coble is on first. He does have 3 stolen bases, tied for second on the team with Matt Kowalski and Peyton Lonecker.
He's got a steal today.
So that'll be his 4th. And Schutte, again, squared up to bunt, came back and took ball 1 just low and away. So 1-2 count now on Schutte with no outs. Still no score here, we've mentioned a few times, but it's just been amazing the pace of this game.
Yeah.
Just 7:26 here, so it's been an hour and 26 minutes since the game started. Amazing pace. Schutte calls time, steps back into the batter's box, and again Schumacher will get the sign from the catcher Ferguson. He sets, and the pickoff move, a better throw would have had Coble there.
Yeah.
But Coble does get back in there safely. So still 1-2 count on Schutte with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Schumacher's pitch, Schutte fouls it away down the first base line, well out of play. And just notice Nick Vacken is playing very shallow there at third base trying to prevent the bunt. He was up about 3 steps higher than where he was just a moment ago. But Schutte is not a very good bunter as we've seen in this at-bat. So still a 1-2 count. Schumacher looks over at Coble, who has a pretty big lead. The pitch, and Schutte takes ball 2 on a breaking ball in the dirt. He's still trying to bunt there, it looks like, even though if another foul ball would be strike 3.
Interesting. If I were, I'd be swinging away, but
this is the longest at bat of the game, I'm pretty sure, right here.
I had no doubt.
Schumacher into the windup, and he does bunt. He loses his balance, and he does not pick up the ball. Schutte is going to get into first safely on an error there from the pitcher Schumacher. That ball was not hit very hard, and he just rushed it a little bit.
He had to. I mean, Schutte got down the base path extremely quickly.
So that's the 3rd error of the game from New Haven, and that one was very avoidable as who is that pinch running for Schutte?
Cody Chase.
It is.
I understand. I mean, Schutte showed that he has speed, and
he has a lot more speed than Chase. But I'm not sure. Mason Newman is going to come up, so it looks like if there is extras, he will pitch for the 8th.
Interesting strategy.
So runners on first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners are Chase on first and Coble on second. Newman tries to bunt and fouls it off. And they're trying to get a runner on third with 1 out here. That's definitely the strategy because a fly ball from Kowalski, who will be up after Newman, would get Coble to tag from third if he advances to win the game.
Newman does have a single today, so he could win it right here.
We'll see. Another single, if it's hit hard enough, could bring Coble around from second. Behind 0-1, and the pitch again tries to bunt. That one hit high into the air. Ferguson was almost able to get to that one. But another foul ball, quickly behind 0-2.
Coach Kenner looks upset that neither of these last 2 batters have been able to get the bunt down.
Well, I would be upset too. Bunting is a fundamental. It's something you practice in a situation just like this. And Schutte and Newman have not been able to execute so far. Although Schutte did reach on the bunt attempt that Schumacher could not grab the ball on. So we'll see if Newman can do the same thing. Schumacher into the windup from the stretch, and Newman pulls back, takes ball 1 low and away. 1 ball, 2 strike count. As the wind is still blowing out to right field, if Newman hits it hard enough, I'm not expecting a home run from him. He only has 1 RBI on the season, but I've been proven wrong before. I mean, I was thrilled when the Giants won the Super Bowl, but I didn't expect it to happen at the beginning of last season. So
I don't think anyone expected it.
No, but I was thrilled about it, don't get me wrong. But Schumacher into the windup, and Newman again tries to bunt, and that is strike number 3, excuse me. That'll be out number 1, but the runners, they thought and they're going to have to go back. They definitely tried to steal it there, but still, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Coble steal third here. Try to double steal again. That worked once.
Yeah.
Matt Kowalski is going to come up. No pinch hitter for him. Kowalski in the game has reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base and was stranded at second, and also has popped up to first base.
He's a capable hitter. Like we said earlier, the 9 spot's important, and he's batting .259, so.
Fairly productive from the 9 spot. Not great, but good enough. We'll see what he can do here. There is one runner in scoring position with 1 out, and again, I still think they should try to have Coble steal a base here, especially on a breaking ball. That one, a fastball. Kowalski a little bit late, then fouls it off. Good swing, though, from Kowalski. He had his eyes on that ball. He just couldn't quite get around to it. So, 0-1 count. Still 1 out here. Here in the bottom of the 7th, which has been the longest inning today.
Yeah.
Half inning by far. It's already been 6 minutes, and there's only 1 out.
It's been unusual.
Schumacher from the stretch, the pitch, a fastball just in the zone on the outside corner at the knees for strike 2. That one you could say is a questionable call.
We've had a couple of those so far.
Well, there's going to be a couple in every game.
Yeah.
It's just part of baseball, or any sport, really.
Yeah.
But so that gives Kowalski an 0-2 count, 3rd batter in a row. And that pitch dribbled out by Kowalski, and he will be thrown out at first. Both runners advance. So that will put 2 runners in scoring position. Coble is at 3rd, Chase at 2nd, 2 outs, and the leadoff hitter, Drew Tranquil, is up. He has struck out swinging, flown out to right, and lined out to the pitcher. And if that one was a couple inches lower, that's going to be a run, and this game would have been over by now.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he can do. It's the same situation. Same runners on, same positions, and the same pitcher he's facing. The first pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1.
I do not believe that Schumacher has thrown a pass ball yet, so.
He hasn't. Scott Ferguson has not had to work too hard, but has made a few good stops behind the plate for New Haven.
Pass ball could get a run in.
It probably will, too. The pitch from Schumacher is a strike. That one was on the outside corner. Good pitch. Good. He has had pretty good command through this entire game, even when he's lost. He's been a little bit fatigued here in the last inning or 2, but he has still found a way to get out of it. And first baseman Carroll just gave him a quick pep talk for confidence. Tranquil takes a breaking ball right down Broadway for strike 2. So we are 1 strike away from extras here.
I think Tranquil wanted to swing at that one.
Yeah, he just was frozen there. It started inside at his elbow and then ended up right over the plate. It's tough to swing at those breaking balls.
Yeah.
So 1-2 count. Tranquil has struck out in this game, and he strikes out again. We are going to extras. So that is the end of 7, end of regulation, and there is no score heading to the 8th inning. We will be right back with that here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're set for extra innings here for the first time all season, at least here at home. I don't believe they've had an extra inning game on the road.
I don't think they have.
So I like extras, and we'll see how long this lasts. It's amazing they've gotten through 7 innings in 1 hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah.
And Kyle Sovine is up, the breaking ball. Newman is still in the game, so he is pitching here at least to start extras. And there are people down in the Carroll bullpen, but nobody's pitching. The second pitch is a little bit high, ball 2. So the 3, 4, 5 hitters, the middle of the lineup, Sovine, Ferguson, and Schumacher are up. Newman's third pitch is blasted. Sovine into left center field. Tranquil is under it and makes the catch.
Nice. start to the inning there. Newman threw 2 quick balls, but got the out for arguably the Bulldogs' best hitter.
I think he is the Bulldogs' best hitter. He has hit a couple of deep fly balls in this game, and that was another one, but that one came off the bat but was a little bit high, so it didn't quite get out to the fence. Scott Ferguson up, and the first pitch is low and away on the breaking ball for ball 1.
Looks like the wind might have killed that ball a little bit.
Possibly.
Pitch fouled off.
And out of play. And it is a 1-1 count on Ferguson. Sorry, I'm just a little bit zoning out here. But so it is. So we're in the top of the 8th, 1 out, and a battle of 18s, and Ferguson rips it past Grant Inman on the very good diving effort. I'll give him credit for that, but it does get into left field. So there is a runner on that one, no doubt about that, a clean hit. And now the number 5 hitter, Reeves Schumacher, who's been the pitcher. Both pitchers went 7 innings to complete their games. Newman in the 8th here in extra innings.
Looks like Carroll is back up again in the bullpen.
He does have 2 saves. He has the 3 wins for Carroll, compared to just 1 loss. And that pitch from Newman, a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. This has been a very entertaining game.
Yeah.
And then after this, we're busy at home. We got some games to watch. Maybe the NFL draft. And that one, Ferguson hits it just foul.
Chargers might have caught a break. Grant Inman looked like he balled that one for a minute.
He was in a rush to try to get Schumacher out at first, but that one was just off the line. But this is the most entertaining high school game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If I was at that championship, it'd probably be above this, but this has still been a very good game to watch, and we'll see how long this keeps going. Runner on first is Ferguson, and strike 2 on the very good changeup there from Newman. He hasn't thrown that as much in the last few innings, more breaking balls and fastballs, but I think he should try to go for the changeup again.
Yeah.
Schumacher's probably expecting a fastball here. He gets it, and it is a little bit up and outside for ball 2. 2-2 count now, 1 out, and the runner on first is Ferguson. Schumacher is tall. He's definitely got a high strike zone.
Yeah.
The pitch from Newman, breaking ball, and he's out in front of it, swings over top, strike 3. And that's his first strikeout in a couple innings now, but he's gotten 5 on the game. So that is out number 2. Now up is number 9, Spencer Place. Place in the game has grounded out to the catcher. First pitch, another fastball in the dirt, but he swung over it anyway. For strike 1, he's grounded out to the catcher, grounded out to the pitcher, and walked. So 0 for 2 with a walk. 0-1 count on Place. Newman sets into the windup, and the pitch is a little up and out for ball 1. And Ford threw down to second and got Ferguson. Man, that was a gutsy call there from New Haven to try to have a slow runner steal, and it did not work. Ford had a great throw down there. Loniger made the tag. So that is the end of 7.5. Still, all zeros on the scoreboard. We'll be back with the bottom of the 8th right after this here on CSBN.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. For the home half of the 8th inning, the first extra inning so far, but it's very possible that a few more will be necessary. Schumacher is back out on the hill to try to match Newman's 8 shutout innings. Connor Hansen is going to lead off the inning for Carroll. And due up is the beef of the order, Hansen, number 3 hitter Grant Wilson, and number 4 cleanup hitter Peyton Loniger. Wilson and Loniger have combined for 5 of the 6 home runs on the season. Wilson did blast one deep past right center on Tuesday, which turned out to be the game winner. And 1 run here in the bottom half of the 8th will win the game.
There's obviously some power in this part of the lineup, so walk-off home run is not out of the picture.
Hansen is the exception with the power there. Well, but we'll see if he can pull through with the single. And it takes a first pitch breaking ball for strike 1 on the outside corner.
Schumacher's still going strong.
So is Newman. This has been a classic pitcher's duel. They are matching what some major leaguers have been doing. Second pitch, another breaking ball, this one in the dirt for ball 1. Hansen has struck out looking, grounded out to second, and lined out right to the pitcher. The first baseman. Excuse me. In his 3 at-bats, so 0 for 3. Schumacher into the windup, and that fastball is just inside to Hansen. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like Conversay is done warming up. They might bring him in for the next inning.
Well, Newman went 8 strong. He pitched 8 shutout innings. You cannot put any of the blame for a potential loss on him. And that pitch from Schumacher up and in on Hansen. And if somebody comes in for Schumacher after this inning, you cannot blame a loss on either of the 2 starting pitchers. They have both been fantastic. 3-1 count on Hansen, and the pitch is a strike that gets past Ferguson, first pass ball of the day, but it is a strike. So a full count, I believe the first one of the day on either team. I don't remember saying that.
Full count, let me look. You are correct.
Wow, that's amazing. No, this is the first full count of the game, and we're in the 8th inning. That's very impressive. So Hansen against Schumacher, 3-2 count. Schumacher into the windup, and the pitch is outside for ball 4. So again, for the second consecutive inning, we have a leadoff runner on for Carroll. And Grant Wilson, who in this part of the order needs to step up. This is the clutch, the best hitting part, and nobody has done a good job so far. Peyton Loniger does have a single, but nothing too overly productive. Wilson in this game has grounded out to second, grounded out to the pitcher, and reached on an error, got all the way to third. And he rips the first pitch, takes a odd bounce off the edge of the grass, and Hansen's going to try to make it to third. Throw from the left fielder is not in time. Hansen is in there with on Wilson's single. So now runners on the corners, nobody out.
Nice aggressive base running there by Hansen.
The throw from left fielder A.J. Graham was not great, but it was cut off by shortstop Spencer Place anyway. So now Peyton Loniger with a chance to get a walk-off hit.
I'd send Wilson here, get runners in scoring position.
If you're New Haven, if Wilson goes, do not throw down.
Do not throw.
Hansen would come home anyway, and if a bad throw would score him if he didn't run. So Hansen, it would be a non-risky play to just send Wilson. They don't, and Ferguson has to lay out on his stomach to keep that one from going behind him. Risky play because if he missed it, Hansen was going to score easily. But that one low and outside, ball 1.
Looks like Schumacher's shortening it up as a step to the plate, trying to contain the running game.
And his stretch, this is like a half stretch. He is not doing much at all from his delivery. I wouldn't do a pickoff move either if I were him. Wilson is going, and Loniger hits it into right field, and it is over the head of the right fielder, Derek Wallace, and that is a walk-off single in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hansen scores the first and only run of a Carroll victory in 8 innings. Carroll will win 1-0.
That was a great piece of hitting by Peyton Loniger. Went to the opposite field over the right fielder's head, who was playing shallow to cut off the run at home. But
he was, but Loniger made him pay, hit it right over his head. So the final score here in extra innings, 8 innings, Carroll wins 1-0. We will be right back with your postgame show.
This is Dave Ginder, head baseball coach of the back-to-back state champion Chargers, and you're listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN. This is your post-game show. Carroll wraps up a very exciting, fast-paced game. 8 innings in less than 2 hours. Very impressive pace. They win 1-0 on Peyton Loniger's walk-off single to the opposite field. Chris, what are your final observations of the game first?
Leading the Chargers offense, again, is Peyton Loniger. He had 2 of the hits and obviously had the game-winning RBI. Also, Ross Coble, who reached base twice and stole a base. On the other side, in the field, I want to focus on Connor Hansen. He made a play in what inning was that?
The 5th, I believe.
The 5th inning, I believe? Yes, 5th. Where he stopped a line drive that was going right up the middle that would have
Scored a run.
Scored a run, yeah. And on the mound, of course, led by Mason Newman, 8 strong innings of shutout work, 5 strikeouts. Couple notes from New Haven. Kyle Servine had a pair of hits, and Reeves Schumacher pitched a great game, but was saddled with the loss.
Well, you can't take anything away from him. Do not take any credit from him. He pitched a great game, and he gave up his first one in the 8th inning. I mean, that's very impressive.
Yeah, that's impressive on any level of pitching.
Both pitchers did a great job. Kip Newman just came up with the win. He was able to power through the 8th when it seemed that Schumacher was starting to fatigue a little, and he did not record an out in that inning, but he definitely pitched a great game. And my MVP for an offense, Loniger, obviously for Carroll, but I still think the most valuable player in the game was Hansen.
Yeah.
His defense was great. He did get on base there to start the 8th inning with the walk, and he made a couple of great defensive plays at second, and that's why they put him in. So they used Ginder there to start the season. He got the night off, but they didn't need him eventually.
Yeah.
So those are some great games. Newman went 8 strong innings. He had just 1 walk, I believe. He did hit a batter and had 5 strikeouts, and he gave up just 6 hits.
Yeah, that's solid.
Carroll had just 5. They had 2 of them in the last inning.
Yeah.
And so Schumacher went 7 technically, because he did not get out in that 8th inning. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He had 2 walks, I believe, and 6 strikeouts.
Yes.
So he was very impressive. So the pitching duel is the story of the game, but Carroll will come out victorious with a 1-0 victory. Do you have any final thoughts?
Tune in to CSBN tomorrow, where, never mind, there's a doubleheader tomorrow against Bishop Lures, but there's no broadcasting. And on Saturday, the boys JV has a doubleheader against Concordia, and that will be broadcasted by Ian Davis.
No, on Saturday, nobody's available to do the softball game against Warsaw.
Yeah, plus we only have 1 set of gear.
Yep, so we can't do everything, but we'll see if somebody can make it up for at least one of those games. Yeah. But no matter what, we'll make sure you know the results of those games, and that'll wrap it up here.
What's Carroll's record now? 10-4?
10-4. They are 2-0 in conference play with the conference victory over New Haven. They won over Norwell on Tuesday. So for Chris Schutte, I'm Matthew James. This has been CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Charger Baseball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.